Yeah, so that kind of brings us to one thing. Talking about that, we did want to, since we are getting some more traction, some more viewers and stuff like that, we did kind of want to poll our audience a little bit. Like, how has that affected, how has all this COVID stuff affected you negatively or positively? Like, has it changed the way you view your job or just the general public and stuff like that? Send us a comment. Send us.
Yeah, I'm just really curious. Like with people that feel like they need to quit.
Yeah.
And why? Was it just specifically related to disagreeing with company policies and how they were handling COVID time?
Masking, vaccines,
or was it realizing that maybe the job you were in was, way too much stress and not worth it? You know, I'm just curious how come we do have so many people that are out of work, because I get a weekly update from the state saying what the unemployment rate is.
Yeah.
And it was holding at around the same percentage for a while, and I don't remember it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's all of a sudden dipped even lower now.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, dipped higher.
Well,
it's a higher percentage of people out of work. And I'm like, okay, well, we have so many people that are hiring right now.
Yeah.
So many people. But people aren't willing to take those jobs, and I don't know why.
Well, a lot of it could be because they're already not an industry or a type of job that someone would want to do, and then now they have mandated stuff and like all this stuff. So it's like, why am I going to do that?
But a lot of that mandates have gone away.
Yeah, but because a mandate is basically something by government saying that you have to do it. But that doesn't mean that private industry or private businesses don't still uphold those idiotic fucking...
Oh, so we've done away with everything.
Exactly.
So I guess I don't know what private businesses want to do.
Some private businesses, you still got to wear a mask if you work here. You got to go get poked. You know what I mean?
They don't. We literally dropped everything.
Yeah.
So people walking in don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
No temperature checks,
and
nothing.
I mean, a lot of it too could have to do with distance and driving and commute and all that, which now with gas prices and stuff like that, especially being in California, that
would be the
crazy.
Huge plus to not working at home.
Yeah.
To working at home is saving on gas for sure, especially right now.
Pants, come on.
And not wearing pants. There you go.
Tubing it up.
And actually, two people that we just hired, I
really want to know what saying not wearing pants made you think of this.
I was just thinking of the commute stuff. So both these people live in Temecula.
Okay.
And their previous jobs, one of them was working all in Chula Vista.
Jesus.
Or not Chula Vista, Bonita.
Oh, yeah,
but I mean, same thing.
Yeah.
So she was driving all the way down there. Mm-hmm. And then the other girl, Escondido. So that wasn't as far. Yeah. But she said the traffic getting down there in the morning, horrendous.
Oh, yeah.
So both of them were like, didn't matter if the job they're working for us now is, it's actually more money for them. But if it was less money, they would have still taken it. Yeah. Because the drive alone, the time on the road and and then the gas prices. So
and also going north of Temecula instead of going south.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
So I guess there you go. There's a benefit. So working, if you can at least get a job that's within close range. Yeah. Versus driving an hour. Like before, when there wasn't too much traffic or gas prices weren't as high, then it was fine. But you're going to have a lot more people now that are seeking out the working from home or seeking out to relocate to a job closer to where they live. Yeah. That's the biggest trend that we're going to see. And that probably is why people too are holding out on finding a job, because unless something is really close by, or they will only accept something that is working from home. Yeah.
Well, commute the gas, with gas prices being as high as they are, which they shouldn't, because they weren't for 4 years, which was great. Yeah. And now, especially, since we're at war, almost. I mean, by the time this comes out, we could be. You never know.
Well, and that's the other thing I wanted us to talk about with kind of, it all ties together with the anxiety, mental issue side of things over the last couple of years. And then now all this shit that's happening.
World War III, potentially.
Yeah. So.
Which sucks, because it's like me, I don't like, and I say this as much as I can, like, I don't like speaking about things that I don't know about because I don't want to sound like an idiot. And I do that enough.
Smart, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I don't want to speak. And when it comes to like foreign policy, foreign war stuff like that, like for the most part, I don't really speak on it. Like, and this whole Russia-Ukraine thing and our involvement in NATO and all this, like there's so many pieces to it and there's so much propaganda on both sides. Like you're hearing that that Putin is just crazy and sent his troops in without telling him that they were going to blow stuff up.
Like,
it was
here,
just
you're going to training.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's other people saying that the Ukrainians have like 1 out of 6 Ukrainians in the government are neo-Nazis. And it's just like, what the fuck? And then you see these stories and these videos that everyone props up and puts out, and then 2 days later, oh, that was fake. It's like, I don't even know what to think. All I know is that we are like, so Biden says that we're putting sanctions on Russia, right? So we're putting sanctions on them through NATO and through all this to where, and then everyone's like FIFA and EA Sports is now removing Russian like teams from their games and like all these. Personally, I think it's fucking virtue signaling, like, oh, like whatever. But then, so we're doing sanctions on them, but yet we buy millions of barrels of oil from them. So like when we could just open back up. They
literally have the United States by the balls right now,
which we weren't. Like before Biden was in office, like we were energy independent. Keystone Pipeline was open. We were doing our own shit. And now we're relying on Russia for our oil. So it's like, how are we going to, like, the biggest sanction we can put on them is just not buying oil from them anymore. Like that, me personally. And then, so not only would that put a sanction on them and influence them to, hey, maybe we're not making that money. So we don't have, like, Russia doesn't have enough money to put into their military to take this action. So why don't, and then also, we're not spending money outward. We're buying American. You know what I mean? We're doing all that stuff. So I mean, say what you want
to. Buy local.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, say what you want to about Trump, but I mean, that was a smart fucking move. And we were paying what, $250?
Yeah.
And now we're paying $450, like in a year. Like, think about that too. We have 3 more years of this fucking.
And that's what's so scary because, everything that I'm hearing, obviously people are kind of in this panic right now and there's lots of different stuff being said. People are like, oh my gosh, it's going to go over $6 and
and it's just, but we got to make sure that, we take care of the Uranian people.
Putin may circle Kyiv with tanks, but he'll never gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people.
Everyone in Uranus watching this right now.
Yeah.
Butthole.
Well, so with everything going on right now, I kind of know your stance already, but so on a scale of 1 to 10, how panicked are you? And like 10 being like the most panicked, like of needing to be prepared for what could happen here with the economy and the direction we're going in.
And with Biden being in office, I'm at like a 6. Like I'm over half worried, but at the same time, not as worried as I probably will be within the next 3 years of his administration.
Do you see...
No, go ahead.
Issues, like if you're looking back at 2008 economy.
Yeah.
Kind of more affected like housing, but looking back at then to now and any type of market crash that we have, do you see that happening?
It kind of sucks because I wasn't anywhere financially sound or had any idea about that. So, since being married to you and you teaching me a lot more about it.
Well, I was in college, so it really didn't affect me.
Yeah, but I was, getting drunk and high and being in metal bands and touring the country. So it's a little bit different for me and I didn't pay attention to that stuff. So like I said, I don't like speaking on things that I don't know about. So my opinion on that is like being comfortable with violence is a must nowadays. Whether it's in a parking lot, a store, at school, church, Kenosha, car lot, middle of
1,
the
2,
street.
and 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. If you're faced with
4,
violence,
5, 6.
wow, Offspring.
Yeah.
That's the loudest concert I've ever been to, actually.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of...
Ixnay the Ombre, favorite album. Okay, go ahead.
Pretty fly for a half white guy. If you're faced with violence, be calm, be confident, and be comfortable. From the mat to the field, in comfort, there is confidence. Have both with Violent Vibe Tribe. We got to figure out this little ad read a little bit. We got to work it around. But basically, you got to have that violent vibe about you. You got to... It doesn't mean be violent towards people. You just know that you always got to...
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Keep on your toes.
Be like Rittenhouse.
Keep your eyes peeled. I never got that terms.
Peeled.
This is like onions.
Open.
Oh yeah, but is that peeled? It's not like you're not peeled back, I guess. I don't know. Basically, just always know your surroundings. Always know what's going on, because especially nowadays with all the stuff going on, there's shit can pop off, man, and shit can get crazy, and you could find yourself at a Travis Scott concert. Or hanging out with Alec Baldwin. But anyways, go check out violentvibetribe.com and use the promo code TD20 for 20% off your entire order. And Till Death Studios and Violent Vibe Tribe are going to be doing a sweet collab on a little sticker pack. So stay tuned on all that, and I'll definitely be finger blasting the...
I'm going with guns.
Damn it.
You're a little slow over there.
Dwight, you ignorant slut!
Yeah, but make sure you check out all that, and we're gonna be doing that sticker pack, and so check out all the social medias for all that info. And speaking of social medias, at violent_vibe_tribe, to go like and share and subscribe and follow them and diddle, all the things. But yeah, go check them out. Again, Violent Vibe Tribe. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled.
Try to relax your anus.
Be a banana.
Do you remember that video?
No.
Oh, I have so many good things to share. Yeah, so go check it out. And and Nick Wright also is the owner of the company. So, and he's been on our podcast a couple times. So go check out one of the episodes. Later. Like I can't put a relation or tie in something to that because I don't know. I just a dumb fucking kid, you know, like, so I didn't see things the way I see things now, or I didn't notice things like that. And politics weren't a big deal to me back then. I mean, my dad and then, my mom and Ron, they've all, been more conservative, especially my dad. But, and so, when I grew up, I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh in the car and, all this stuff. And so there were a lot of more conservative talking points. I heard it. But then after a while, it's kind of like one of those things, like the preacher's daughter is going to, stray because they hear so much and, whatever. And so, so like for a while there, it's like, fuck politics. I don't want to even think about it.
Yeah.
But then as, I'm getting older, I see how much it does play into, and 2016 election and all this stuff ever since then.
You'll be listening to the politics, and I'll be listening to the Weather Channel.
Yeah. No, but it just I can't have an educated opinion about that, saying like markets or this and that. But I can say that I do believe that with having someone that is as weak as Biden is, and has displayed him as a leader for America and basically made America look weak to everyone else, I do think that provides an advantage for other countries that do have negative intentions. So, and then, not only does he not fucking remember where he is or what he's doing, or if he has shit in his pants at any time, like that's already enough for people to see that he's weak. But then, or that America's weak because he's the leader, or, Kamala, whatever, she'll just laugh at it. But, then
Cackle.
then the Afghanistan stuff happens, and that immediately. So not only is our policy weak, is our president weak? Are we trying to put trans people in the military and in our leadership and all that instead of actually putting people that are good at their job? We don't put the fucking penguin in there for admiral of fucking this or that. Fucking hate me if you want. I don't fucking care. But they look like a penguin. They look like Danny DeVito's the fucking penguin. Yes, yeah. I'm not kidding you at all. And I'll put a picture up right here and you'll see what I mean. But then our military looks weak. Yeah. Which is what is supposed to protect us, right? I don't believe that America should be the fucking Team America World Police. You know what I mean? I don't believe that we should be out there going into other countries doing this. The Ukrainian and Russian thing, I honestly don't even believe that we should be there. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that we should have been in Afghanistan. I believe that we should have retaliated against being attacked for 9/11. I do believe that wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that we should have been in Iraq. I don't believe that we should have been in Afghanistan. I don't believe a lot of things. Now, this is just from my limited knowledge that I know of these situations. I'm sure Nick or James or any military person could have a little bit different of an opinion on it. But from what I think is, I don't think that the military-industrial complex that we have needs to be as funded. I think that we need to have a strong military and we need to protect ourselves and make sure that we're taken care of, but we need to take care of ourselves first. Like the biggest thing that made sense to me about when Trump was in office is that it was an America first type policies where we need to take care of ourselves first because because you can take care of someone. You can if you don't take care of yourself enough, then you can't give a bum $1. You know what I mean? Like if you don't pay for your own bills, you don't pay for your own food and your own shit, then you're not going to be able to give someone money that's home. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be very hard if you don't take care of yourself first, and you can't help other people. So I don't think that we are in a position right now to where we can take care of ourselves without having to rely on other people. Like we rely on China for trade. We rely on Russia for oil. We rely on so many other people. And so we can't take care of ourselves. So I think we need to focus on ourselves. Does it suck that they're going through that? Yes, it does. But we're going through our own shit too. And if we don't take care of ourselves, we're going to start going through that same revolution type stuff.
Yeah, but here. I don't think there's ever going to be a point in time where we're going to be completely self-sufficient, Yeah, well, exactly. So you need to keep lines open to where you can work with people, but it's not like I'm helping you out. You know what I mean? Like, so Chris Martis, right, who... actually, there's a bunch of cool stuff coming out with him. He's got a new band or project called Rust, and actually, Till Death Studios is doing a lyric video for him right now. So it should be out by the time that this podcast comes out. But he's been my friend, my buddy for forever, man, for 10 years. And he was the singer for Hero and Me, my old band and project that I had, and he went through a gnarly breakup, and it's weird. It's almost like I did that for someone else who was living in this room with the same name that I had. But no, I've always been, you help your friends. You help the people that need help, that are in your life, that you respect and then you care about, right? So he was going through a crazy breakup, like insane. And it just came up on my Facebook feed today. I reposted it saying like, hey dude, like even if we're, half a country away, then I'm still here for you. I still love your roads. I'm glad we're not in this situation, because he was basically kicked out of his apartment because he was living with this chick, and she fucked around on him and cheated on him, and then he was just not in the right headspace. I mean, I don't know, if doing blow and getting drunk with Sketchy Jesus over here was the best choice, but at least it was a friend. It was someone, and so I let him live in my apartment. And for months, and I just took care of my friend because I was able to. Now, if I didn't have a place or I didn't have the ability to help him out,
I would still try as a friend and be like, talk to my other friends and be like, hey, do you got a place for this dude? Because he's going through some shit. Like, he needs some help. You know what I mean? But I had a spot, just like when we had Ian Pearson here. And we had a place. He was going through this trifling ass bitch. And so we helped him out. You know, it kind of fucked us in the end with that. But, you know, at the same time, you have to, if you have the ability to help, I think you should. Does that mean that you have to? No. But I think that we should help if we can, but if we can't take care of ourselves, like if we didn't have this place and have an extra room, then we wouldn't have been able to do that, you know? So I don't know. It's such a nuanced discussion where when it comes to what I think America should do, I think I have the knowledge to speak about it, but I don't know what the Russian-Ukrainian interaction. So I don't want to, I don't like to speak about that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What is your...
I literally, you know me, I am not a big fan of politics, so I completely stay out of that because that triggers my anxiety and stress levels.
Yeah.
So I just choose not to be a part of it.
Oh, I know.
Honestly.
I when I start talking about it, I see your eyes just like... You're like, husband, I listen to you.
Yeah, that was my least favorite topic in school. So I was like, I'm kind of retarded. I'll take math instead.
Hey guys, if you like this video, please subscribe and please watch video. It helps us out a lot because we offended all of our neighbors around our house and they hate us and they are now kicking us out. We are being evicted because we say bad things. Respect, freedom of speech.